This is Marrenon's Gardarem. Why is Gardarem so important? Well, it's 100% Shiraz. It's grown on clay soils. So what does that mean? Very low yielding, because with a clay soil, obviously there's no nutrients. So the vines have to get really deep underneath the soil to get those nutrients. So the ones that actually, the grapes that actually pop out of the vines have worked so hard that they're really high quality. Like they've just really concentrated and they're just full and happy, and they're giving us everything that we need. So Gardarem comes from old vines. And when I say old vines, this isn't like Orca last week where it was 60-year-old vines. I'm talking 30-year-old vines, which for France, that's a lot, thanks to phylloxera. So 30-year-old vines. There's 3 select plots that they use for Gardarem. I've been to it. The grapes they grow just bush train kind of thing in one of the plots, which is the one I've been to. But what's the most important thing about this wine? This wine, this is the 2012? Oh, yes it is. This wine won Best Shiraz in the world in 2015. Boom. Yes, it did. So the #1 Syrah in the world is Gardarem. So when I only brought in a bit of this, I've probably got about 2 6-packs left of this. To be honest, I like to use it for myself. I don't really need to sell it. But it's, you're looking around $100 a bottle for the best Shiraz in the world, okay? It goes through a malolactic fermentation in French oak barrels. So yeah, it's a big oaky wine. This is what Australians would be more used to. Lots of oak. But because we're at the 2012 vintage, it's still Syrah, right? Like it's still French Syrah. We're still getting that gaminess. We're still getting that concentrated fruit. We're still getting all that plums, and even though it's more of a dried plum now, you're getting dried herbs. Oh, so much oak, but aniseed as well. Like I love when you get that little bit of licorice character come through. But yeah, super gamey. Like yummy. Yummy, 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 yummy. Actually, for my crew at my wine tasting group, I don't even know if I've brought this around. Tia's on the line, maybe she can tell me, but I'm sorry that I have never brought this around to you guys. But yeah, this is a beautifully concentrated wine. Like on the nose, like I've only used a Caravan. Like imagine if you've opened it up 2 or 3 hours earlier, you've let it breathe. And as I'm opening it, like you're getting all the dried herbs really start popping out. Lots of plum, lots of red fruit. And it still has years on it. Like it really does. Okay, let's have a sip. Let's see how it's looking. Oh, wow. Wow, wonderful acid. Ridiculous oak tannin. Like ridiculous oak tannin. Actually, there's a lot of people out there that talk about their allergy to red wine, right? And so you'll find a lot of people at the dinner party, they'll just stick to your Viognier all night because they're just not going to try reds. A lot of people think that they're allergic to the sulfites. A lot of times you're actually addicted to the oak tannin. Ironically, tannin is actually psychoactive as well. So you might find like not on big oak tannins like this. This wine is sat in oak. You can tell fresh. I think it's 50% new oak, and then there's like 25% in like second year, and then 25% in third year oak barrels. But like that amount of like oak, that 50% of oak, fresh French oak, this stuff gives you really vivid dreams. Has anyone ever had that? Has anyone really had? I don't know if you've ever had that, but like when you drink a lot of red wine, you get these really vivid dreams. Or people say sometimes people are actually allergic to this oak tannin. That's why they're getting all these allergies rather than sulfites, because our body's made of sulfites, so really interesting. But if that's a bit of trivia for you for later. But yeah, lots of oak, lots of tannin. This is for those people who love a big, bold, robust Australian red wine from Adelaide, from South Australia, from the Barossa. This is it. But there's so much more complexity. I'll definitely put hairs on your chest, that's for sure. It's a big wine. But it's still got that Southern Rhone elegance. It's still got like beautiful tannin, beautiful acid, like, big oak tannin, really soft acid, lots of fruit, lots of complexity. This is what we're having with our cheese. Yeah, I want our cheese to be complemented with a red wine, not a white wine. That's why I'm asking you to have semi-firm cheeses at our dinner party, okay?